So here's our card. Isn't it cute? And there's that image. The thanks is still current, but not that image. So anyway, I'm going to use it because that's what I started with. And I kind of added a little bit around the edge of the daisy just to kind of give it some dimension. I also found that you can take the white chalk marker and go over this and it'll really make it pop. So we may try that too because my chalk marker is right over there. So let me move this over here out of the way and we'll get started. Now you need a piece of white and it's a half a sheet. Fold it in half. Since I do have people from other countries watch, you just take half a sheet of cardstock and fold it in half. All right, then I use, like I said, Ornate style, and that's the image I used. I'm going to miss my daisy. I love it. That one, and there was flowers, no, not flowers for all season. There was another one that had it in there. Hey, Tina. Thanks for letting me know. There's no small daisy anymore. It's like I've got to find a set with a small daisy. I just did order, and it's downstairs because it came yesterday, my order. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. It's the one that has the coordinating punch. I know Tina knows because she's used it in a class. So I stamped my image with Memento, and I know you're not supposed to use Memento and your markers, but I don't pay attention to those rules. I have it work for me. No, I don't think it's Daisy Lane. Let me see. It's going to drive me crazy. Oh no, I have Daisy Lane. This is a new one, and it's got a punch. It's a bundle. That's die bundles. Let's see where the punch bundles are. It's this one. Oh, you can't see. It's over here. It's this one. I don't know what stamp set that is. So I do have that, which I can kind of fake. I don't know what that, oh, here it is. It's Flowers of Friendship. Oh. Hi, Trudy. Thanks, Trudy. All right, so now I'm going to take my thanks. It does my heart good when you guys share my video. It lets me know you think my cards are good enough to share with others. All right, so I've got my image stamped and my thanks, but I wanted some color, and rather than color the stamp, I'm going to do it this way. Yeah, Tina, that's the one. I just got that, so I may have to start using that one. All right, I pulled in, and see if you do this and don't spend a lot of time coloring on it, it's not going to smear the Memento. You do need to scribble off after you've colored it because it does pick up black on there. And then I'm going to take my yellow and I'm going to color my center. And that was just daffodil. And then I'm going to take a light blue, and the only light blue we have is balmy blue. I don't have the blends. I have a thing about, and it's me, I don't like putting a lot of stuff in the landfill. And the fact that these can't, you know, when a blend is finished, you have to throw it away and into the landfill. I don't like that. I do have Copics, and I do use those. Hi, Betty Ann. But we don't, you know, and I do use the Copics because they're refillable, and I like that. I don't like putting, like I said, a lot of stuff in the landfill. All right, now, I mentioned before, and I'm going rogue on this one, ladies. This one, this is the chalk marker, and I just saw this, and somebody said, if you're trying to make something look white, color it, and I'm not coloring over the blue. I probably could, but I'm not going to. I don't know. I don't want it to ruin my card. I know I can do this. All right. Ooh, yes. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me bring that up so you can see the difference. All right, so here's the original, and here's the one with the blue or with the white. Now I'll put them side by side and see if you can see the difference. It's going to be kind of hard. Yeah, you can. See how the one with the chalk kind of really makes it pop? Can you see that, the difference? Oh, yes. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so if you don't have the chalk marker, add it to your next order. Okay, I'm going to move this one out of the way because I'm going rogue again on this one. I saw another idea, and I thought, it's okay, but let's see if we can take this one that's, you know, just a general, all clean and simple card. And I took some balmy blue ink and I put it on here. Now I'm pulling in water, and I'm going to create splatters. But I'm going to use an old Wink of Stella. See, this is a one that we would have to throw away because it's empty. And I have refilled it several times with alcohol, so there's no more stuff left into it. Well, here's a way. I like splatters on my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some water to the ink. And you want this kind of really soft, I don't know, well, not soft, but thin. If you take it and tap it against an image, you get soft splatters. Oh my gosh, isn't that just so cute? I love it, love it, love it. All right, now I'm going to move this out of the way and I'm going to put that. So there's a use for your, I'll bring this one up so you can see the splatters a little better. There's a use for your Wink of Stella when it gets empty. Don't throw it away. Use it to create splatters. And I like this rather than the stamps that are splatters because it's real subtle. I mean, I'm going to pull it way in so you can see. So wow, that card really popped. All right, so I went from that one, which was my clean and simple, and I stepped it up. And I will take and use the splatters and the chalk marker so you can see the difference. But here's my stepped up version. And for that one, I pulled in the, where are my dies? Oh, they're underneath. I pulled in the Ornate border dies, which sadly have retired, but we have a new border one that you could use. Oh, thanks for the love. I love it. This one has retired, but we have new border dies, and so you could put a different border on there. If I had known that, I wouldn't have used this one, but I didn't. So I used that, and I took my piece of white, and I added my border to the bottom. And this, I cut this normal size and then just cut off the bottom. I'm going to take and move this. I'm going to add my splatters to this and set it aside. And I am adding more water because you really want this. Now see, this one has got more to it because I let it sit in the water and it picked up more ink. So there it is, and they're lighter. So yeah, Trudy, I was just playing and I just said, well, let's see what happens, but who knows? All right, then I took my image and I stamped it, and all right, let me pull my card back in. I stamped it. I'm going to move this out of the way. I stamped it onto a piece of white, and using the painted labels dies, I cut it out. I then used a scrap of the Misty Moonlight and cut it out with this so that they nest. And I'm going to color this one, and we'll get it put together. So let me pull in my green. Just remember to have a scrap piece of paper, oops, wrong end, around so you can take and scribble off You don't want to ruin your marker either. That's the other reason you have to scribble it off, because if not, it'll muddy up your marker. All right, so I've got that one, and now I'm going to do the blue around it, and then I'm going to bring in my chalk marker. Oh, and all I'm doing is just hitting the tips, you know, with it. I just think it kind of, I wanted it to really stand out, and I think the blue makes it stand out. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. And now here's my chalk marker. So I'm going to color it in. And the lines do show through the chalk marker. I may try coloring one of the blue ones and see what happens. No, I don't think so, because I think it really pops it. And I want that blue to pop. All right, now it does look better once it's dried, I will tell you. All right, I'm not going to put that together because I want that chalk to dry some. So I will put my sentiment together. And where's my piece of blue? Oh, wait a minute, maybe it's left in the drawer. Yep, there it is. I cut all my pieces and put them in a drawer down here, so I'm ready. All right, I did my sentiment and I cut it down. And then I cut this piece a little bit bigger. But I wanted some more decoration. So I pulled out or cut one of the edges, and look at this. It's the perfect size. Now I will tell you, I'm going to pull in a scrap paper that I've been scribbling on and coloring on. Don't you love those colors? I did a collage class online with some friends, and I think, is this the right one? I hope it is. Nope, not. I'm going to move that one out of the way. I've got to fix it. I put it back together wrong. Well, maybe that was the right one. Let's see. All right, come on. Well, let me go back to this other one. No, this is the good one because it's still gooey. Oh, I know why I'm out. Oh no, I think my new one is downstairs. So I will pull in my glue, much to my dismay. All right, can't use this one. This is the one I'm looking for. I need the one with the bent pin. I love this little bottle. I take my Tombow and put it in there because we need little tips, and you can't get it with the glue bottle. So I just transfer it in there and it works out fine. So I'm going to put this down. Make sure it's evenly spaced. And then I'll add my thanks on top. All right. So now I have all my pieces and I can put it together. And I'll show you the difference between the two. There we go. All right. So my card base is the Misty Moonlight. I love this color. We got one more year to use it and then it's gone. Oh my, not a happy camper. All right, now this is going to go on here. So let me get my glue again. I must have splatters on my thing, so be careful with that when you do that, because there was stuff on the back. All right, now I'm going to take my dimensionals, which are hidden over here. Pulled out everything but the dimensionals. So I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. Oops, wrong side. I did that to the one my first one. I got to flip it over. The dimensionals go on the back. So there, got it off. I did it on that one too. Don't ask me what I was thinking. Do you ever do that? Do silly things like that and go, what were you thinking? All right, and I'm going to put one in each corner, like so. And then I'm going to add one in the middle so that it gives it a little support. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this, and it's dry pretty much here. And I'm going to do the same thing here, one in each corner. I'm not going to flip it like I normally do. In case it's not dry, I don't want to smear it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Almost. All right, got those on. Now I can, oh, I got to put dimensionals on this also. So I might just well put on all my dimensionals. And I just did 3 on this, 1 at each end and 1 in the middle. And that came off of that one. All right, now let's take off all the backs. And all we have to do is put our card together. I'm just going to take off all of them at the same time, and then I'm ready. All right. Okay, so there. All right, now take this one, and it goes, and make sure my card's straight. I don't always do that, and sometimes I get it straight, and sometimes it's messed up. All right, so there's that. Then this one goes on next, and make sure you put it, oh, see, I splattered there. That's all right. All right, there. And then there's the thanks, and I'm going to pull it down just a little bit so we see some more splatters. So there are the two, so you can kind of see the difference with splatters and without. So which do you prefer? Hi, Ruth. Without splatters or with? Let me know, ladies, and I'm going to get ready. We went from this one. Now I won't be splattering this one. And I stepped it up to this. So let's see this one. All right, I used basically the same idea. I took my background, and the first thing you need to do is you need to cut your bottom first. Don't emboss and then cut your bottom. You'll flatten out all your embossing. So cut your bottom and then emboss, and I use the Ornate Flowers die. All right, that is going to go on my card. Oops, I can't put it on my card just yet. I got to add my ribbon. Good thing I saw that. I would not have, I could have messed it up. All right, here's my tearing tape, and I got to order more of this. I don't remember if I put that in my order. Ah, with splatters. Everybody likes it with the splatters. Well, good. You'll be seeing that a lot because I really like that idea. I don't know if I need the, I don't know if I need this glue. I'm going to put my pin back in. I let the glue settle down, and then you have to put your pin back in, or the glue in here hardens, and then you got to soak it to be able to get your pin back in there. That's why my pin is bent. I waited too long, and I pushed it down in there and bent it. So don't do what I did. I do those silly things every once in a while. I ordered, this comes in like a set of 4 bottles. Well, I've got this in here. This has gotten thick and hard, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to save it or not. I've got another one in the same position. So if you're going to put it all in there, you have to use it frequently. Because if not, it'll harden up on you. I really like the fine tip. All right, now I'm going to show you how to add your ribbon. All right, I'm going to fold this back, and I'm going to fold this one back. And all I'm doing is taking the protective edge and I'm folding it back, and I'm exposing the tape. So then I'm going to take my ribbon, I'm going to cut it with my ribbon scissors. Remember to use your ribbon scissors, ladies. And I'm going to add my ribbon across the top and wrap it around so that it stays in place. And then I'm going to add another piece of tear and tape on top, if I can find the end, to sandwich that ribbon in between. Boy, splatters wins out. Yay! In between another piece of tear and tape so that I don't have to worry about it coming apart. Now, I have been doing this for years, and by now I don't need to do it, but I know a lot of you struggle with how to get your card onto your layer onto your card base straight. I'm going to take this piece off, so I've exposed that piece, and I'm going to take the one in the opposite corner and I'm going to fold it back. So now I have tape exposed here and here, opposite corners. And what I'm going to do is where those tabs are, here and here, I'm going to put the opposite corners down and get it lined up, and then I will set it down. All right, come on. Set it down and push down. And then all I have to do is pull this one out. And why is that one? Whoops. I forgot to do this piece, this small one, but that's okay. It's easy to get. There's that, and this, and this. And if you miss one, like I just did with this, there's a way. Just kind of pull it back and grab the tear and tape and pull it out. And there you go. So that's a way to stick it down and not have to worry about getting it on there straight. But if you don't remember and you do stick it down and it's not straight, always remember, heat it. Use your heat tool, it'll release it. All right, now I've already stamped and colored my image, but I did not use my chalk marker, so I'm going to go back with my chalk marker and I'm going to color my petals. This is a great way, like I wished I had known this for the lighthouse, because I could have stamped it in smoky slate and had it look white. So, but there's that. I'm going to leave that aside. I'm going to do the same procedure here to do my sentiment, and I'll get this one set up, because then I can take and, oh, I got to let that drain down some. All right, I'm going to put this on. Like so. I'm going to add my sentiment now. I knew I was going to run out of seal. I bet I didn't order one either. Or maybe I ordered the seal, but not the tear and tape. I'm going to cross my fingers. All right, now I have to add my dimensionals to the back of all of this so that I can add them to my card. And then the last thing we need is our bow. All right. So there we go. We're getting there. I love doing all the dimensionals at one time, because then you don't have to stop and start everything. So, all right. Okay, there. One of the things I have to work on this weekend are the projects for my retreat, my expressions in ink. Oh my gosh, that paper is gorgeous. I keep seeing layouts and things like that. Oh, that would be pretty. Oh, that would be pretty. So I'm going to be making a lot of ideas, and then I just kind of, I usually make about 8 or 9 cards and then choose 4 to use for the class. Then I have the other 4 that I can post when I want. Sometimes I use it to help market the class. All right, so here we go. I'm going to add this one. And I am kind of trying to center it top to bottom. I didn't worry about whether it went over the ribbon or not. All right, there's my image. And here's my thanks. And I'll make my bow, and it's done. Great idea, huh? You guys didn't let me know. Which would you prefer? Do you prefer Zoom classes or Facebook Live classes? I'm trying to decide whether to keep doing the Zoom classes for my paid classes or switch to Facebook. I have heard in a class that I'm taking that Facebook is the way to go, but there's no interaction with Facebook. I want interaction. All right, I'm gonna put my bow on. Always interview your bow. See which side is better. I think I like this side better. So I'm gonna add my bow, and then I put a glue dot on each side of the knot. So one here and one here. Oh, thanks, Janice. So that bow won't pull apart. So there's the stepped up version. So I'm going to show you the one with the splatters. I went from clean and simple, and I think the splatters really helped. I know it's hard to see, to stepped up to the wow.